It all began on a cold autumn evening. The streets were empty, the air sharp, and the sky already covered in darkness. Sarah, a 16-year-old high school student, was used to walking home alone. But that night, the path she had always taken turned into the most terrifying walk of her life. She left the school building later than usual. Most of the students were gone, and the parking lot was silent. She pulled her jacket tight and started down the narrow road that led to her house. Streetlights flickered overhead, some glowing faintly, others completely dead. Every step echoed louder than it should have. She tried to comfort herself, whispering, "It's just the wind, just the silence." But then, she heard footsteps. At first, they matched her pace. When she slowed down, they slowed. When she walked faster, they followed. Her heart pounded. She spun around quickly, but the street was empty. A shiver ran down her spine. She kept walking, but suddenly she noticed something strange. Under the streetlight, her shadow stretched across the road. But there was another shadow behind her, even though no one was there. Her hands trembled as she pulled out her phone. But the screen flickered and died instantly, though the battery had been full. The road grew darker as she entered the wooded area that connected to her neighborhood. The trees swayed like tall, dark figures. The footsteps grew louder, heavier. Then came a whisper, "Sarah." Her entire body froze. The voice came again, "Sarah, come back." Her throat tightened. How could anyone know her name? No one knew she was here. She forced her legs to move, running down the path. Branches clawed at her arms, scratching her skin. The footsteps behind her pounded faster. She risked a glance back. Under a broken streetlight, a tall, dark figure stood completely still. Its face was hidden in shadow, but glowing red eyes burned in the darkness. She screamed. Her lungs burned as she ran, but the figure was always there. At every corner, it appeared again, sometimes at the end of the street, sometimes reflected in a shop window, sometimes moving between the trees. Every time closer. Finally, she reached her street. Relief washed over her. Her house was only a few blocks away. But when she looked ahead, her knees gave out. The figure was no longer behind her. It was standing in front of her house. Her breath caught in her chest. No, this isn't real. The figure slowly raised its hand and pointed straight at her bedroom window on the second floor. She turned her head. Her heart stopped. In the window was herself, a pale version of Sarah staring out, smiling unnaturally, as if she had been waiting there the whole time. Her scream shattered the night. The neighbors claimed they heard nothing. The police found no footprints, no evidence, no sign of a struggle. But Sarah was never seen walking home from school again. And yet, people say if you walk that same road at night, you'll hear footsteps behind you. If you're foolish enough to turn around, you'll see a pale girl in the shadows, smiling, whispering your name. So, the next time you walk home alone from school, be careful, because sometimes the footsteps behind you don't belong to the living.